Hey guys, today I'm gonna be talking about a camp I went on recently. So, my mom, first of all, she told me that I was going to a donkey farm to camp, and since I have a crap sense of humor, I I thought she was joking. Well, turns out she wasn't. We got there after like one or 2 hours of driving, and I met one of my friends that I had been friends with before this camp. Yeah, and it was kind of awkward because there was nothing we could really do, because at the donkey farm there were only donkeys and people and tents. Oh, and some grass and land, but can't really count that. So, I was gonna help with the setting up of the tent, but the parents said, no, you can just go and meet some new people. So, yeah, there were a few other people that I needed to meet, and the first two people I met that I didn't know were two little boys. Yeah, they were pretty young, and the olderish one of them loved Pokemon, and the younger one, I don't really know what to say about them except they are cute, and I played with them. So in their tent they had a bunch of epically cool toys, and especially I liked one that was like a truck, except it could form into a dinosaur. Why am I stuttering? It could form into a dinosaur if you wanted to, and it was actually super epic. I do not know why I have fun by doing this. Anyways, so I'm gonna call the younger one Bob and the older one Dave. And my friend, I'm gonna call him Fred. So, there were a bunch of noodles, and everyone had noodles because it was the only thing we could do at that time, and it was kind of fun and yummy. I heard from my mom before I went to the camp that there was a river we could go in and play in, and I was really excited for it. So basically that day it just went by, and yeah, I set up my sleeping bag and went to sleep. Well, not exactly went to sleep because I did something before that, like shower and stuff, but that's not my point. It was pretty hard to get to sleep, considering there were chickens and there were loud noises. So, everyone was talking until about 10 p.m. and then around 10:30, when I was just about to fall asleep, the chickens start clucking so loud. Like bro, they're cock-a-doodle doing at 10:30. I thought chickens were meant to cock-a-doodle do in the morning. Well, I guess I'm wrong. Anyways, the chickens stopped clucking, but then the donkeys are like, "Hey, why don't I cluck?" And they start clucking so loud. Just kidding. The donkeys don't cluck, but I guess they bray. They start braying so loud, and eventually I fall asleep because I do. Yeah. Anyways, it is the next day, and oh, I forgot to tell you. Yesterday's shower, well, the day before's shower, had little slugs in it, and I accidentally forgot to bring a towel, so I shook myself a lot until I was dry, and yeah. There were only a few slugs, but they were pretty Slimy. But that was the only day. That was one of the 2 days I saw slugs in the bathroom. Apart from that, the bathroom was pretty clean. Anyways, well, I was awoken by my sister having a nosebleed. So she was having a nosebleed, and then my mom started flashing the lights like very bright, and couldn't really get to sleep. But that wasn't a bad part of it, because after I went to sleep just after she had a nosebleed, because she had a nosebleed in like the 3 a.m. I went to sleep and I slept pretty well, and somehow that happens with me. Anyways, it is the morning, and I'm the last person to get out of bed, and from my tent I overhear someone saying, we're making pancakes, and I immediately jump out of bed and get my clothes on, and go have the pancakes. And they also have these little cereal packets I didn't know existed until then, like just one serving of cereal in a freaking packet. Like, why? But I guess it exists, and it tasted nice, and I had cornflakes, because cornflakes, the brand had a chicken on it, and chickens are epic, and if you disagree, you can go die in a hole. So, we go for a bike ride. Me and Fred. Fred is my friend from before. Me and Fred go for a bike ride up the hill and then down the hill, and it's like a big mountain with a bunch of trees on it, and down the hill, when you go down the hill, it's very bumpy, so I nearly fell, but I didn't, because I'm actually so good at mountain biking. Anyways, when I came back, where was I? When I came back, Fred's dad said, how about you play the burrito game? And so there were a bunch of rules to a burrito game, but the point was there were 2 burritos, and so we took the burritos and didn't bother reading the rules because there were too many, and just started playing dodgeball with them, and it was surprisingly very fun. I also played dodgeball with my dad, like burrito dodgeball with my dad, like the burritos were toys, and he was so good that I could only beat him. Yes, I'm too good. And okay, so it's the second day, and we are watching Pokemon in the other person's tent. The what do you call it? What was this? Bob and Dave's tent. So, they were okay. For some reason, over the future 3 days, and I don't know if they started doing it in the first, because I didn't go in their tent that much. But over the first 3 days, over the 3 days after the first, they watched the same episode of Pokemon, like the first Pokemon episode, and then the second, and then they would go back to the first and keep watching that again and again, and it was surprisingly still entertaining by the 5th time, because I watched it with them a lot. Yeah. By the way, if you know it, please comment the dog Pokemon that has a name starting with L and end in O. So, after this, we went to the river, and yeah, it was more of a creek and a freezing creek. So, my sister bring her wetsuit, and I'm like, wait, why would you need a wetsuit? It's a creek and it's a sunny day. Wouldn't the water be warm? And I was very wrong. The water was very, very cold, and I could do nothing about it because it was so cold, and it took about, 10 minutes? 10 minutes to get used to, get in the water. But I couldn't even get neck deep. So we were trying to find a stick. So there was a stick up in the stream of the creek. Fred's dad's friend also came, and he passed us that stick, but it got carried away by the current, so we were trying to get it back. And Fred slipped, but luckily we had the stick to hold on to, so yeah, he didn't drown. And he got used to the water because he slipped into it. It was freezing cold, and I'm thankful I wasn't Fred at that moment. So we after he slipped, like a few minutes after he slipped, we came out of the river without getting the stick, which Fred called the sacred stick. And yeah, the sacred stick would come back to us a few days in the future. So after the river, we went back, and we had some noodles, and then, but the problem was, they put so much cheese in the noodles. So yeah, that was Fred's dad's friend. It tasted kinda bad, so I was kind of rude, and to be honest, I was a bit rude because I wanted vengeance on him putting cheese in the noodles. So I told my I got another big packet of noodles without cheese and ate it and hoped he could see me. The problem was that packet had so many noodles, like, by the time I had finished, and I had finished just because I was persevering on my revenge. By the time I had finished, I basically could not walk. I had to crawl because that's how full I was after eating that many noodles. Anyways, I went back to my tent, and then they had chosen at that time. What I mean by they is the rest of the people, to go and check out the donkey. So I was pretty unlucky. So by the time that I had finished, by the time that I was done, by the time that my stomach was comfortable, I went to the donkey paddock, and they had just finished. The donkey person had just finished telling the group about the donkeys. But yeah, apparently they saw a donkey riding a donkey. Anyways, the two girls, which were my sister and my sister's friend, they were obsessed with the donkeys and made names for every single one of them. After we came back from the donkeys, we decided to go to the town, which was what my friend was longing to do for quite a while. Okay guys, unfortunately I have to end the video there. because if I didn't, the video would be half an hour long. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, please tell me, because it's my first sort of commentary video, and part 2 will be coming out very soon, so stay subbed and liked for that one. Sub, like, comment, all those stuff. Thank you, and see you next time. Bye.